16 years of coaching, thousands of clients coached, tens of thousands of hours of actual coaching experience. I can tell you categorically that the story you're telling yourself is the reason you are the way you are. Now, you've told this story so often to yourself that it's so familiar, so comfortable, that it's become your reality. And the majority of people that I've ever met, that I've ever coached, has told themselves a similar story to the one you're telling yourself now, that you can't do this program, that you can't do this training because you're scared of injuries. You have no time. You don't know what you're doing. And a whole other concoction of excuses that is only resulting in you feeling how you're feeling, looking how you're looking, moving how you're moving, and thinking how you're thinking. And how you're actually thinking is not how you want to think. And that is why you're scrolling Facebook, scrolling Instagram, looking at all these gyms, looking at all these trainers, trying to get the magic banana advice. So to do as little as possible, get as much out of it as possible, so you can look and move and feel the way you envision you should be allowed to. Now, this may be tough love, but it's a reality. But here's the thing. I know that if you were just to commit 10 minutes a day to this simple exercise program I'm going to give you for free, that you will see massive results in who you are within 6 weeks. 10 minutes. Now, if you're going to tell me you haven't got 10 minutes, I'm going to call bullshit in that story. Because if I picked your phone up and I went into your settings and I looked at how long you spend on the phone scrolling on Facebook, Instagram, and looking for the answers you're after, I can guarantee it equates to more than 10 minutes a day. So rather than actually doing this, why not just watch this video and apply what I'm going to teach you? It doesn't matter where you currently are. There's a way of regressing the exercises to ensure you can start somewhere. And that is the key to success. Understanding that you have to start somewhere, finding that base level and building from that point. You see, when I coach men, a lot of them tell themselves this story. They'd like to tell me where they think they're at. And where they think they're at becomes their reality. And then what happens is they avoid coming to the gym because deep down on an unconscious level, they know it's not where they're at. And they don't want to feel exposed. So they find excuses not to do what they need to do. So what you want to do is you want to get rid of that story and embrace what is true. And it doesn't matter where you begin, because where you begin is the starting point. It's where you end up in 6 months, 12 months' time. But you can't get to that point unless you have an honest place of where you must begin. And the ego's going to take a battering, I get that. But so what? If it requires to take a bit of a battering so you can get to where you want to be, it's been worth it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to build yourself without the worries of being exposed in the gym. This is a home workout. Like I said, it'll take 10 minutes. Now, most of us suffer from things like weak glutes, weak core, tight shoulders, T-spine, etc. Now, with something as simple as a broom pole, a bench, and a band, I can show you how to get yourself into a position where starting a gym isn't as intimidating and daunting as you currently believe it is. Let's first examine the average man today. We sit, regardless. We sit too often and we don't move enough. What that will mean if you're an office worker, taxi driver, watching TV, on your phone all day, is this kyphotic, rounded back position, never putting your spine into that retracted state, so it becomes alien to your body and you don't know what to do. Your nervous system doesn't recognize these movements. It sees it as stress. Our red bands, you can pick them up for a few quid. If you're going to make that excuse you can't afford one, well then, I can't help you. You're going to take this red band, turn your palms up, pin your elbows to your side, brace your abs like you're going to take a punch, squeeze your glutes, lock your legs out. From here, you're going to pull the band out as far as you can and hold for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Control it back in. When it reaches that last point, you pull it straight back out again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 of them. Then grab the band, double it up, Put it above your head, pull it down. Control it back up, pull it down, control it back up. I want you to think like you're squeezing a grapefruit between your shoulder blades in this movement. Then what you're going to do, you're going to bring that band down to here. You're going to bring it right around your back, touch your butt, bring it right around again, touch your belly. And you're going to do 10 of them. The band will accommodate where your shoulders need to be. Right now, all we're doing is trying to focus on getting the shoulders moving again. Once you've done 10, 10, and 10, you're going to take a broom pole and a bench. You're going to step one leg up, shin nice and vertical. Ideally, you will have a wedge like so, but this can be substituted with blocks, books. Find something. Find a way of making this happen rather than an excuse to justify not doing it. Step your second leg back so you're high on your toes. Kneel nice and tall. Use this pole as your surrogate core. This is going to create the stability you require to allow you to do the movement safely and properly. Don't let ego get in the way. Don't let yourself be convinced that you can do it without it and then be fighting for your balance. Allow yourself to work into this over time. From here, you're going to push your hip forward so that your knee reaches its full range of movement, and then you're going to imagine you're pushing yourself back from your knee until your shin's vertical. Again, hold on to the pole as much as needed. And you're going to pulsate 10 reps. What we don't want to do is rock back on here and take the pressure off this front leg. We want to keep the pressure on this front leg for the 10 full reps. Change legs and repeat. Then, using the same bench, hands on the bench, fingers spread wide, index fingers facing forward, chest over the hands. Step your feet back so that you're high on your toes, tuck your pelvis under, squeeze your abs, squeeze your glutes, and push forward. Hold. It's a very simple plank. If that's too easy, lower it down until you're on the floor. Hold the plank for as long as you possibly can, but not to complete failure. So about 4 to 5 seconds before you know you're going to have to quit because you have no option to, come out of it yourself. Make that decision to come out of it. Next, you're going to lie down on the floor. You're going to squeeze your butt as tight as you can and pull your toes up towards your face. Lock your quads out. What you'll notice here is if you rock back, your butt will stop you sort of rolling, and then if you roll forward, you'll feel that balance point, and there'll be a gap of a few inches between your butt and the floor. You want to stay there. Imagine there's a pint glass on the bottom of your foot, and you're going to lift your leg up as high as you can. At the same time, you're going to push the bottom leg into the floor, and you're going to hold. That's it. Up to 1 minute. If you can go beyond, brilliant, do it. But the idea is to push as high as you can till you feel this part here cramping. Now, what a lot of guys will do is this. Don't allow yourself to fall prey to that. Breathe into the belly, relax the face, control the controllable. You can make a decision to focus on your breathing. You can make a decision to relax your face. You can make a decision to realize this is going to challenge you, but it must challenge you to improve yourself. Something to be aware of, don't allow your foot to turn out. Keep your foot like you're balancing that pint and lift it up high. Once you've done 1 minute, you're going to roll over to the other side and do the others for the same length of time. Next one is the leg lifts up. Bring your foot up as high as you can and push your knee away from you. Now your bottom leg is going to hold that pint and your toes are still going to be pointed up towards your face and parallel with the floor. Lift this leg up high as you can, and again, stay there for 1 minute. Relax the face, breathe into the belly. Learn how to breathe. Change sides and do the same the other side. Then you're going to go on your back. You're going to pull your heels to your butt, squeeze your abs, and you're going to lift your hips high, squeeze for 5 seconds, lower yourself back down, push as high as you can. Squeeze them glutes. Hold for 5 seconds, back down. Once you've done 5 of them, you're going to lift one leg up, put it back down. Other leg out, put it back down. Now, what we're not doing is lifting our leg up like so. We're just straightening the leg out from the knee, back down, straighten the leg out from the knee, back down. All the while squeezing our glutes as hard as we can. If that's too hard, put your elbows into the floor. Put your hands on the floor. 5 marches like that, each leg. Lastly, you're going to get 2 blocks, 2 books, whatever's required. Hips shoulder width apart, and just push your knees forward and go down full as deep as you can. Then stand up and repeat. You're going to do as many reps as possible, stopping 2 reps before failure. You're going to circle between these exercises for 10 minutes. It's that simple. This is something that allows you to start taking control of your life. Too many of us fall prey to the story and excuses that are holding us where we are. Our ego takes a bruising, it takes a battering, and we find reasons not to go to that place of emotional pain, because it makes us realize how far we've fallen. And that's painful, but it's also reality. And there's nothing can be improved from the stories. We're men. Our job is to take action. Stop falling prey to the excuses. Stop falling prey to the stories. Start taking action, and you will see a significant difference in yourself in 6 weeks. And I can guarantee, if you can commit to this for 6 weeks, 10 minutes a day, by the end of 6 weeks, you'll be doing this for 20, 25 minutes. You'll be out walking organically. You will find the confidence and the self-belief and the desire to join a gym like Primal. Give it a go and let me know how you get on.